Hey there, my fellow gunsmiths, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Zed City. Episode 69, Fresh Guns. They're home in... Man, winter travel takes so long. A day and a half? That doesn't look like a day and a half of travel. They also are like they're on lavish meals. That's why they're running out of food. They still have packaged survival meals, no problem. You feel like walking would be faster? Yeah, but you have to factor in that it's probably like deep snow. And as someone who has walked through deep snow, after like 200 meters, you're like, you know what? Screw it. I'll die. I guess I'll just die. Because like deep snow is so hard to walk in. Like I even, once upon a time, had a pair of snowshoes. And even with snowshoes, oh my lord. It's just not, just, oof. That's all I can say. Unless you have gravity on your side with skis or a snowboard under your feet, deep snow is just hard to cope with. Worse than running on sand? Yes. Oh, absolutely. Deep snow is so much worse than sand. At least sand, like, you won't sink to your waist. I remember when I was a kid, there was a snowstorm, and it probably snowed, I don't know, like 2 and change. 2 feet, that is, like, you know, like the better half of a meter. And I lost a boot. I was running through the snow as best as I could. You know, I'm going to say I was like, I don't know, 9, 11, somewhere like that. And my boot pulled off, and I literally could not find it. It was gone. It was just like, boot, goodbye. So I was in one boot and one sock in like waist-deep snow. Deep snow is so much worse. In fact, it's actually quite deadly. Especially if you're, you know, unfamiliar with how to deal with deep snow, you can get stuck pretty good. Pretty good. Something to definitely be careful of. So 9 more hours until Zeusing can do the surgery on Habs for Habs' extra leg. Found the boot in the spring, I assume? I think I lost it, like, running through a hip-deep parking lot full of snow. So, like, it probably just got plowed away and no, I never saw it again. Someone may have found it and was like, well, there's probably a tragic story to this, but I never had any real resolution. Bet that sock was wet and ice cold? Yeah. It was. Drinks to the memory of the boot? Yeah, I've lost other boots. One time I was, I had studded ice tires for my bike, and I was mountain biking on a frozen lake, and I hit a hot spot in the lake and fell in. I caught myself, so my whole body didn't go in. I caught myself like under my arms were, you know, luckily the pedals I had on my bike were like the ones with the sharp prongs, because they worked better for hiking boots or snow boots, because if it was just like plastic pedals, you'd slip constantly. And those dug into the ice, so I could use the bike to haul myself out of the lake. And I wasn't actually not even all that cold. A mix of like adrenaline and me just like trying to bike home as fast as I could to get into a warm shower. Not a hot shower. When you're ice cold, you want to warm up slowly. Not quickly. To put yourself into like shock or whatever. But actually I wasn't all that cold, truth be told. But when I did get finally home, because it was so cold out, when I tried to take my boots off, the laces broke. They just broke. They were so frozen, they snapped off. I was like, oh, yeah, that's rough. It's kind of funny. Laces, however, are easy to replace, so it was not too much of a problem. And there were 2 ice fishermen nearby. Isn't that a frostbite risk? I mean, it is, sure, but I was not in deep water for very long, and my blood was pumping hard because I was biking home very, very, very quickly to warm up, and I would guess like my Yeah, just that amount of exercise when you're that cold, like, really does warm you up. I've been always very tolerant of cold temperatures. I lived in, where was I living? I was living in upstate New York at the time. But I've lived in Maine. I lived in Maine for almost a decade, which is a rather cold state as well. And I'm very tolerant of cold temperatures. Like, I don't own a winter coat. I would ski. Well, actually, I didn't even ski. Well, the fact that it's snowing, it adds to the story. I would do something called ski biking, which is like, think of like a BMX bike, but instead of wheels, it's ski blades, and you go downhill. So I would do ski biking, and I would just wear like a fleece or like a sweater. I wouldn't even wear a winter coat because I would overheat otherwise. I'm just like hot-blooded, so I've never really needed a lot of insulation, which is nice. Yeah, ski biking is a lot of fun, except for when you wipe out. The back injury I have right now is an old injury that re-flared up from ski biking, from wiping out and almost becoming paralyzed, I think. I was very, very close. I hit like a devil cookie, or like a chunk of ice that didn't get groomed properly, and went over the handlebars and just tumbled for like probably 50, 100 feet. But I was maybe like 5 feet from the tree line, so I'm like tumbling next to the tree line. And I was lucky to have not hit trees going at like 50 miles an hour, but even hitting snow at 50 miles an hour screwed my spine up pretty good. Yep, young and dumb. Actually, I wasn't even that young. I was maybe like 25-ish, something like that. I was not. I knew better, but I was still an adrenaline junkie. And now I'm paying the price with chronic back pain. Yay! All right, time for Habs to get cut up. Anywhere north of New York City is upstate New York. I mean, while true, New York City is about as far south as you get in New York, right? Getting old sucks? 100%. Do not suggest it. And in fact, I will preach to youngins. And this isn't like, old man Rad telling me what to do. It's like, take care of your knees and spine. My knees are in great condition, which is weird because I, all throughout middle school, high school, and parts of college, I did long jump as a track and field activity, which is a really good way to screw up your knees. And I've never had knee problems. I just have knees built like tree trunks or whatever. But take care of your knees and spine because, especially spine, like you can replace knees and hips. You can't really replace your spine. Like there's no surgery of like, oh, I got a spine replacement. That has never happened. Whereas, you know, I'm not saying knee replacements and hip replacements are great, but they are things that can exist. Whereas when you mess up your spine, you mess it up for good. There really isn't like an undoing that, at least not with current medicine. So, it's one of those, know that even if you feel like you bounce at a young age, instead of get smushed and crumpled into a ball, those injuries can catch up with you. My re-injury of my lower back, I was doing the stupidest, most mundane thing ever. I was grooming Tusk, my fluffy dog, and I was just hunched over to brush her out for a bit too long, and I went to stand up, and literally I could not. I could not stand under my own power. I had blown out my back completely, and I was in such pain that I tried to go to sleep and didn't sleep not but 1 second. And then the next morning, I had to go to the ER. That's how bad it was. From grooming a dog. Trying to explain to the people in the hospital that I was not pain-seeking. I was not seeking, like, medication. I was like, what did you do? And I was like, I was brushing my dog, but I need drugs. It was really funny, because when I was trying to get an x-ray for it, the x-ray tech was like, all right, just swing your legs up on the table so we can... I was like, swing my legs up? Dude, you're gonna have to pick my legs up for me. I'm not getting on this table under my own power. He was like, it's that bad? I was like, man, it is that bad. You're gonna have to pick my legs up for me. Yep. My point being, don't pity me. My point being, take care of yourself. In fact, I was just watching a documentary just a few days ago about what, if you ask really any old person, any person that is in retirement age, like, what are your regrets? They're going to regret not spending more time with family and friends. They're not going to regret not earning more money. They're not going to regret not working another day of their life. And time again, it has been found that the things that make people happy are relationships and health. And your health is heavily driven by diet and exercise. So if you want to be happier in life, I'm not saying like hit the gym every day, but just get a reasonable amount of exercise and take care of your diet and form strong relationships, and you'll be a lot happier than even people that like hit the lottery. That's what time and time again science has shown, which everyone is like, oh yeah, more money will solve my problems, but no, not so much. Add eyes to that list, everyone in college ending up wearing glasses. I think they found in Singapore, there was a meta-study. I'm not trying to call out people specifically in Singapore, but there was a meta-study of, in Singapore, that they have some of the highest youth wearing glasses rates. And they found that to avoid nearsightedness, you need to spend a significant amount of time when you're young looking at things of various depths. Essentially, don't stare at a screen, which is funny because I know I'm a YouTuber and like I'm staring at a screen. But don't stare at a screen. Do things that require depth perception because otherwise your eyesight won't be as good. I'm not really sure how strong that science truly is, but they have found that the countries with more screen time typically have more cache of supplies for stuff I don't care about. And also guarded by 15 wolves. No thanks. But that would just be the country with the more screen time also have more expendable income, which means better, ophthalmology, right? Like, it might not be causality. Who knows? But, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things to do to improve one's health. And one easy thing is just to treat your body well. Not the whole, like, my body is a temple, and I must do, stupid, like, detox things. It's like, you have a liver, you have kidneys, like, your body detoxes on its own. You don't need to, like, drink special weird green juice to detox. Just don't put poisons in it daily, and you'll be fine. Also, probably don't take advice from a dude that plays video games for a living. Do your own science. I mean, what I'm saying I think is pretty sound, but, don't trust non-experts, and I would be a non-expert. So, trust but verify. Seguro's starting to work on the weapons. I think that's the first charge rifle coming off the line, but all the bionic legs are ready. And Habs even got his leg, so we have 2 legs left here, and this is for Madzi and Inu when they arrive, and they will be arriving in 0.2 days. So they should be here soon. We are sitting at like 40% threat, but because there's so many zombies stuck in the corral, there's no extra zombies on the map tile. Like, I think all 245 zombies just about are like stuck, which is hilarious. Which means, honestly, I should probably go hunting. Because I did identify that I was really low on meat. And, well, if there's no extra zombies outside of the corral, now would be a good time for that. Wow, that was... Speaking of detox, yeah, getting a shot in the liver, that will do that. Insta death. Donkeys, or is there a mega sloth around? There's alpaca. Mega sloths are just so meat dense. I guess we'll go for the alpacas. Moon and Fake Face, you want to join us? Here, Moon, you can just, Oh, you never do hauling? Alright, well, I have a hack for you. When haulers never haul, you can tell them to hunt, and then they'll haul all of a sudden. Yes. I will force you to haul. And look, they're hauling now. It's funny how RimWorld works sometimes. Alright, we'll get some ibex. Oh, a hydrate that I missed, didn't I? Well, that's not good. Every rat in the map tile just went haywire. That's kind of annoying. Alright. My shooters, come rally. I'm pretty sure Zeusin and Stormguard are going to need some help. They're going to be death by 1,000 nibbles. By bubonic plague carriers. Well, actually, maybe there's only... How many rats have gone? Oh, my wildlife tab actually worked. Ooh, my numbers tab has worked too. So there are only two rats. Okay, it's not so bad. Because there were just not a lot of rats on the map tile. So there's one right next to Redfield, and there's one right there. Yeah, that's not a problem. It'd be cool if this warning here told you, like, X3, right? Because it's really different when it's, like, 15 rats versus 3 rats. Because, like, 3 rats is kind of like a, whatever. 15 rats and, like, a person could be swarmed to death. And the 2 threats are not equivalent to one another. But, like, the tab won't tell you that. So this is the other rat right there. And Redfield is hunting and killing it. And I drafted way too many people inappropriately for what is ultimately a very easy threat to deal with. Oh well, better safe than sorry. So I'll queue up Madzi and Inu for surgery. Does not look like they like each other much more. Like, actually, I think they like each other less as a result of the trip they took. So, it was not a success. At least they don't hate each other. It could be worse. Woo! Cut that a little. Maybe a little too close. All right. Let's have everyone stay in the driveway now. Well, no, I'm probably fine to unrestrict until threat starts ramping again. Well, that's a lot of decent meat. Another thing that I could do on the drug policy is ambrosia. We'll do this every 2 days, and if mood is below 75. Essentially trying to burn through our ambrosia quickly, because it spoils quickly. And I'll put it in the freezer. But it's not something that I'm likely going to be able to travel with easily, because it will thaw and rot, especially given that we're heading into a tropics, or rather around the equator. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, definitely kill that boar. Frickin' boar. If you're wondering if wild animals are stuck with no nutrition, they will bust a hole. So that boar broke that steel door. And, yeah, it's kind of annoying. Killed him for it. But very annoying. Alright, Madzi Inu, you are sleeping there. That's an odd choice of bedding, considering, Madzi, your bed is right here. But, let's go ahead and get you bionic legs instead. So they both have bionic arms and bionic legs. They're not half bad. I'm sorry. Don't forget to set up the emanator. Yeah, so it gets repaired, I'm assuming you mean. I don't even know where to put it. Just pop it here. It will overlap with the other one, but maybe I'll put it near the farm. If I could click it. Oh, you're using herbal? Yeah, that's my fault. At least it went well. What? Oh, there was a zombie outside of the corral. A single zombie doesn't have me particularly worried, because we'll just engage it and shoot it. So there's one zombie there. And that might be the only two outside the corral. The one we just shot and that other one I just identified. Despite the fact that I just went hunting, I don't feel as if I have a ton of meat in stock. Also, how did you die? What killed you? I don't know. The fact that the... Oh, well, that's an alpaca that we didn't haul. Alright, I'll queue up some extra hunting. So... we have no threat for actually a pretty decent amount of time. So I can just free hunt. There's only this one zombie that I know of to worry about, and that's not a lot to have to avoid. A single zombie should not take down anyone in this community anyway. I think the map tile has such low nutrition that a lot of the animals are actually leaving, however. So Guero is busy smithing weapons. Madzi, you should be crafting. Your highest priority is animal handling, but there's no animal handling done. And then hunting. Oh, let's get you off of... Actually, you should keep hunting. I will have Habs start smelting the slag. So we get through all the slag pile. A part of me wants to maybe trim down the amount of zombies that are in this dog pile. So perhaps I do that. I trim them down to like 100. Well, I guess knowing that we're wanting to depart in about 7 days, maybe I don't. I keep them corralled like that to thin out the total number of zombies that I have to deal with. I'm surprised that I'm hypothetically going to keep that corral for the duration of the of this colony, because all it would take would be one little miner to ruin it all, and I have dodged that bullet so far. We also have... we're closing in on 100 extracts to be able to make a new cure. I could always just do like a 60% cure. Every 10 additional extracts that you process into a cure increases your chance that the cure will be successful. So an extract made of 100 cure, or a cure made of 100 extracts is a guarantee. So I have 68. So if we got an extra 30 or so, I could have another guaranteed cure. And there might be some extra unhulled extracts out here to help with that. Because for whatever reason, they don't decay normally, which makes it kind of easy to... yeah, there are like 9 out there. I wonder if there's enough. Let's try... Ooh, brownout. To make another 100% serum. I doubt that there's enough out there, but my my pawns will tell me. Oh, now I know why Stormguard was assigned to top crafting. It says that I can produce drugs at the Wooden Drug Lab, so maybe there is 100 cure out there, or 100 extract out there somewhere. Ooh. The newest charge rifle is actually pretty nice. So it's going to go to Zeusin. I'm giving my more skilled shooters better guns. I'd rather have my more skilled shooters miss a lot less than the unskilled ones, or the lesser skilled ones. Oh, she's just producing regular medicine. So if she's skipping over the zombie serum, that must mean that there's not enough extract out there. Yep, missing 100 extract. Okay. Good to know. It might not be a goal we meet. Arxbane, thank you for the resub. I would also say we're probably good on hunting, so I'm going to remove that last wild boar from the hunting queue. I don't think we're going to need more meat than that to last us a week. Package survival meal count is at 362. That's pretty good. At Cartman, thank you for the resub too. Cheers. Last coffee down the hatch. So Guero is working on the last gun. Or just about. He's about wrapped up with that. Which means I might have time for some additional crafting. We are running a little low on advanced components. There's not a lot of advanced components that we're going to need to use to set up for the new colony, though. Because there's not a lot of things made with advanced components that matter to us. We're not going to need a high-tech research bench or multi-analyzer. We're bringing... I'm trying to think what else uses... We don't construct, like, ship stuff. So, yeah, there really isn't a high demand for that. This one is excellent quality. So, Stormguard, grab it. So my larger point is we can use up almost all the advanced components. It won't really matter, I don't think. In the new base, we're not really going to need a crafting room, I don't think. That's not going to be all that important to do any crafting. It's mostly just going to be like a dining room, bedrooms, and defenses, I think. We won't even potentially need a kitchen. So it's going to be a very weird base where we're going to have maybe some air conditioning and a place to eat and places to sleep, and that's about it. We can really go bare minimum, I think. So what else should Guero craft? double strand hats, weapons, bionics, other viewer suggestions. With what little time remains, you guys pick. So one of the ideas I had is harvesting this Devil Strand early. There's a lot of Devil Strand left. And with that Devil Strand, I could make dusters for Madsy and Moon, and then hats for everyone, possibly. I don't know what the yield will be, but it might be about right for hats and dusters. And we'll have a threat in about a day and a half. What is on your mood? Slept in the cold? Really? You can use... Oh, yeah, there's no radiator in there, isn't there? Yep. I am not good at that, am I? He's literally the only one without a radiator in his bedroom. Everyone else has one. Sorry, dude. I didn't leave you out intentionally, even though it seems like that. I don't have the capacity to meet heating demands, but, like, even at 90% demand, it should be fine. It will warm up enough. All right, Fangface, you do not need to... Oh, God, none of you need to go out and cut stone like that. I don't know why Redfield's trying, as I just forbid the task. So yeah, something else that I would like to try to do is to... let's process as much medicine as we can with Stormguard. I really hope I won't need it, but you never know. Oh, that's not a bad random place that I selected. It does cover a sizable tract of the base. And then when the zombies start spawning back in, I'll try to get the extract for 100% serum. So with the people that are in and around the base right now, I'm just, I'll make an effort to haul whatever extract has been extracted already and bring it back. I think there's 79 total. That sounds about right. Moon, you're wandering. Oh, because you refuse to haul. You know what, Moon? Miss, I refuse to haul. I am going to force you to. You're not hauling. It's called caravanning, which is like hauling, but with extra steps. In fact, it is hauling with extra steps. I have 130 meds, probably not needed. It's probably not needed, but I can't think of a lot of things that are needed. I could make more packaged meals, I guess. Yeah, maybe I'll just do that. I'll just keep mealing. I think it's called cooking, but for lack of decent sleep, I'm just gonna go with mealing. All right. Do we see any more? Yep, there's one here. I think that might be the last one in the map tile. So 12 more. That brings our total up to 83. And we will be doing double strand hats. So is the gun done? Gun's almost done. So I think I'll do 2 dusters, and then once the dusters are done, so we have dusters for everyone, I'll do hats. Meaning, it is time for the double strand harvest, where we do not resow. Because we won't be here to reap the benefits. In fact, don't resow anything. I don't think we need to anymore. There's not a lot that's going to grow in 6 days. I didn't end up using the sheep wool, but I don't think I'm going to need to. I bought it in case of like really cold days ahead, but we didn't get any of those. So the last rifle is excellent quality. That might go to Mad Z, I think. Or whoever the best shooter is. So she's 17, Inu's 17. They're tied. She's an older colonist to the colony, though. So I'll give it to Madzi. She also, Madzi, saved Inu. And then Moon will get Madzi's rifle. So everyone now has a charge rifle. Except for Habs, who's a pacifist. And Shield, thank you for the resub. Hype back to you. Cheers. We also now have about 2,000 steel, which is a really good amount. Probably more than we need. Wero's tailoring still high priority. Perfect. And we've plenty of devil strength. So that will be 9 hats, I think. So 10 hats would be 250 devil strand. So it's 225 devil strand. Minus the 2 dusters, which is 160. So that is 385 devil strand total, and we have 449, so we have enough. Good. Turning off the grow light and sprinkler, because we won't need it anymore. And then also removing it from the fertile area. We don't need to fertilize it either. So we've got, what, a third of the day until things start spawning on us. And then one last big hump before we leave on day 4 or 5. So, unless we're thrown a big old loop or something, we're almost certainly going to get to the launch site this stream, which is awesome. That's what I was hoping to do. Looks like fermentation is lagging behind wort production. Get some more fermenting barrels. Because we have a lot of tea, not a lot of beer. So hopefully we can fix that in time. So this ferments in 6 days. Yeah. I think we're roughly T minus... Well, no, we might be leaving that. Yeah, 6 days from now, we'll be gone. I should have done that a while ago. Oh well. It's beer for the zombies once they overtake the base. They won't get flesh, but they'll get something fresh. Moon, is there something that you could be doing useful? You don't clean either, do you? God. You do art. Yeah. The zombie apocalypse. What do we need? Oh, we need artists. Yeah. All right, Moon, here's what I'm going to make you do. You are going... I feel like a drill sergeant. Like, take this toothbrush and, like, clean the mess hall. But yeah, that's pretty much what I want you to do. I want you to smooth stone. It's like my own version of holes, instead of digging holes. Although they were looking for treasure, right? But there's literally no treasure at the end of this rainbow. It's just you and drudge work, because you refuse to clean and you refuse to haul. So you get to smooth stone that doesn't need to be smooth. So you're welcome. I hope you enjoy your daunting, pointless task. We're 400 survival meals. And I am going to go into base lockdown now. I think the zombies will start cropping up in a minute. So as far as I can tell, we have about 243 zombies locked up in the corral. So as soon as that number hops to 244, we know that they're starting to spawn. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Zed City, which originally streamed live on Twitch December 31st. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, a link can be found in the description of this video or at Rhadamant.com. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Zedites.